Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to our English class today. Well, in today's class, we are going to learn about section C and it's all about grammar for first year English students. Now let's check. So there are 8 to 15 questions we are going to deal today. And now the first question is it's all about articles, question number 8. So what we have to do is I think you know pretty well that we have to use a or an before singular countable noun, and we use the for unique things or to repeat it. Already the things like the meeting which I held, it was successful. So here there are certain rules that you have to follow, and let's look at these examples and then we will see. First, go through the examples, try to read and try to answer. I give you time, and later on I'll explain each and every question. Like I watched dash video you had sent me, and the second one is her father was dash engineer in the Indian Army, and the third one is I met dash European, he is MBA student, and the fourth one is Japanese are intelligent, and the fifth one is Telugu is called dash Italian of the East, and the sixth one is we skip dash dinner on Saturdays. Now, if you observe clearly, the first one, I watched video. See, if you say simply I watched a video, that's fine. But which video are we talking about? The video which you sent, right? So here the answer is the. And the second one is her father is dash engineer. It's a clear evidence that it is AEIOU. There is a novel, and at the same time the sound is also it's the same. So the answer is an engineer. And now here, what do you say? I met dash European. The letter is E, right? But whereas if you observe clearly the sound, it sounds with like yeah, European. So the similar example you will get a European and a university, right? At the same time, if you look at the other one, it has begun with M, it's a consonant, but when you pronounce it will be like M. So it begins with vowel sound. So MLA or MBA or MP, it all will go with an MBA student, right? So this is the area where you have to focus. The next one is dash Japanese are intelligent. So here we are talking about the whole group of people, then we're going to call like the Japanese. And at the same time, when you refer to a particular area, like Telugu is called dash Italian of the East. So it's called like Telugu is the Italian of the East. So we skip dinner on Saturdays. Here we have to skip the article also, because before dinner or lunch, we don't use any article and we should not use. So there is no article. So now let's move to the next question. And it's all about fill in the blanks with suitable prepositions. Here we have to take care, there's a chance that you might have learned several things like preposition related to time, place and all. Now let's check some of the examples here. Amaravati is the capital city dash AP. So read the sentence again and again and then try to use one suitable article, and then you can decide, and after using that preposition, you just read the sentence. If it fits well, it's fine. Otherwise, you should think of the rules. So here the Amaravati is the capital. Think it. The second one. So who does this bag belong dash? So most of the questions you will these questions end with prepositions, and you just think about it. The third one is I have been waiting for you. This is a common example where we get there is a chance we will get this question. And the fourth one is students are anxious dash the results. And the fifth one is the fourth is distributed share equally dash them. And the fifth one is not many people work dash Christmas and Pongal. Let's see. Now let's go with each example. I hope you have already done it. while I am telling this, you try to answer. The first one is Amravati is the capital of AP. And if you go with the second one, who does this bag belong to? So the third one is, here we have to think once. The key word here is dash 4 o'clock. When we talk about the time, like particular or like what we call like point of time, we say that is since. Like since Monday or since 4 o'clock or since 1995. These are the things we use with since. Whereas if there is a duration, period of time, we say for 2 hours or for 5 days or 6 years. So now, students are anxious about their results. And when you come to the fifth one, the fourth is distributed their share equally, dash them. If it is only 2 people, you have to say between them. But if it is more than 2 or 3 people, you have to say like among them. Right? Now, another sixth question is very, very important. If you observe very clearly, not many people work. If you say only Christmas, you will use on Christmas or on any festival. And the second one is, it is followed by and. So the answer should be between Christmas and Pongal. And when it begins with from, it should end with to. This is how you have to do. So the answer is between Christmas and Pongal. Right. Now let's look at the question number 10. We have earlier discussed in many of the videos, so we can go faster. And just once you find the question, try to answer based on the keywords. Don't disturb. We dash exam. So the keyword here is don't disturb. And the second one is she often dash coffee. So what is the keyword here? Often. And the third one is Sujata not complete her project yet. So what is the keyword here? Yet. Y-E-T yet. So what does it indicate? Just think about it. So the fourth one is I dash be 17 on my next birthday. So what is the keyword here? Next birthday. And the fifth one is he dashed buy a new bike last week. So what is the keyword? Last week. So now we'll go one by one. So when we say don't disturb or wait or listen, it's present continuous tense. So we are writing exam. So the second one is she often. So often indicates simple present tense, and then you have to think about the structure because it has begun with she. So it's she drinks coffee. And Sujata not complete her project yet. So yet, the keyword is related to present perfect. So again, the subject starts with Sujata. So it should be she has not completed her project yet. And for the fourth one, the helping verb we have is be and its next birthday. So the answer would be I will be. Right? The next one is he buy a new bike last week. So what do you think? So last week indicates simple past and it's positive and it's he bought. So that's how you have to practice again and again for this question. You have to practice more because you will have 1 mark for each question and that means 5 marks. So now rewrite the sentences as directed. And here we have 5 different questions. The first one is passive voice and obviously you will get from simple past tense. Many times we have seen that. And the second one is don't waste your time. It's a reported speech. And the third one, Virat Kohli is one of the best batsmen in the world. And it's all about rewrite using good or, like they will say something comparative degree. So the next one is she heard a cry. She rushed into the room. Use present participle. Or I am your best friend. Add a question tag. These are the different questions. We'll have the first one is passive voice, then report speech, then degrees of comparison, and the fourth one is maybe you can get any sentence, combine the sentence using so that or to or any kind of things. And the fifth one is all about question tag. Right? Now let's look at one by one. Her teacher appreciated her. So this is simple past tense, and what we have to do is you have to use whenever you go try with this passive voice, you have to add additional helping verb. Like for example, now the new subject will be she was appreciated by her teacher. And the next one is when you say don't waste your time, it's an imperative. So it can be like an advice or suggestion. So you can say who told that? The teacher told or advised the students not to waste their time. Okay. Third one, Virat Kohli is one of the best batsmen. Here I have two sentences for you. When you say one of the best means there are many other batsmen also as good as Virat Kohli. So here this is the key area that you have to find. And if it is for the best means, you can say no other batsman is so great as Virat Kohli. So now let's look at this one. So you can say very few batsmen in the world are as good as Kohli, right? So the fourth one is she heard a cry. So here you have to say hearing the cry, she rushed into room. So the last one, fifth one is I am your best friend. Here if you have a helping verb, simply you can use add nt or not and a pronoun. But here for this I am, we have to use aren't I. Right? So I'm your best friend and you have to put a comma and then you have to use the question tag like based on that sentence. Right? So now let's look at the next question. 12th question. It's all about rewrite the following sentences, correcting the underlined part. Here you have to take care and you have to do a lot of exercises because whatever you have learned in the area of prepositions on verbs and conjunctions you will get. And it's all about subject verb agreement. So our singular, plural and everything. Now let's see one by one. Everyone have done their project work. So just think, and one key and easy area is you have underlined word. So if you modify it, you can do it. One of my friend is in USA. And the third one is, let me give you some advices. You can think what's wrong with it. And why you are angry with me, most common mistake. And the mother is loving her daughter. I hope you are ready with your answers. And now let's check. Everyone has done. So somebody or everybody and anyone, it all takes singular. So everyone has done their project work. And here one of my, so you have many friends. So one of your friends is in USA. So it should go with one of my friends. And the third one is we should not use advices or informations. So simply what we'll do is you have some advice or a piece of advice. So why you are? So the basic idea is after WH you should use helping verb. So why are you angry with me? The next one is mother is loving. We don't use ing forms with several words like smelling, hearing, right? So you have to use here mother loves her daughter. So now let's go with another question. That's question number 13. Use any three of the following phrasal verbs. So try to learn 10 to 15 phrasal verbs and that will be enough. So look after. So our English teacher looks after all our needs, right? And the next one is bring up. My friend decided to bring up all the orphans in my village. You can say carry out. So see, performing a task. I have to carry out important tasks first. Take off. You can say the plane took off exactly at 8 a.m. So see off. Here is to give farewell or to bid someone. So you'll say, I'll go to station to see off my uncle. And deal with. See, I can deal with any issue or any problems. So this is how you have to do. Just read so many phrasal verbs that you have in your reader. Now the 14th one is identify the silent consonant letters. I'm mentioning here consonant letters. So please take care of that. Many of the students are writing even the vowels also. So you will have only one silent letter that's related to consonants. So just look at these words and try to find out and later on we will decide. And I don't want to read for you. The first one is, I hope you can do it. So that's the K. So that's the silent, night. And the second one is, how do we pronounce it? Foreign. And you can go with either phonetic transcription or pronounce once or twice so that you will get the silent letter. So here it is Z. And the third one is, how do you pronounce it? Kazil. So the silent letter is T. So the fourth one is muzzle. So the silent letter is C. And this one is very important. We don't say tomb. It is tomb or cum, womb, and the silent letter is B. And the last one is, you have to pronounce like pledge, right? So the silent letter is D. So this is how we do. And now let's go with question number 15 and identify the parts of speech for the underlined word. And now try to read every sentence and then we will see. And I know you can easily identify. Now we'll go with one by one. So if you look at the first sentence, let me read for you. Oh, a good student works hard at her studies and she enjoys learning. If you look at this sentence, you can find all the parts of speech. Oh, there's an exclamation mark, it's an interjection. And student, what kind of student? Good student. Good is an adjective and student is a noun. And works is about verb. It tells about action. And the next one is hard. How does he work? Works hard. That is adverb. And at is related to preposition. And she enjoys and is conjunction. And then she is pronoun. So this is how you can do it. For the first one, works hard, it's all about adverb. Now the second one, since I woke up late, I missed the bus. Here if you find very clearly that since indicates it is a conjunction, right? At the same time, if or since, and, but, so, because all are conjunctions. And the third one is, she often shops on the weekend. Now, as soon as you look at this sentence, most of the students, what they do is shops, they'll go with the noun, right? But here, you can't find any other verb. So, she often shops. She does shopping. So, here it is a verb. So, the fourth one is, children are happy here. So, the underlined word is happy. So, in most of the cases, subject, and if it has a complement like is or are, then the boy is busy. Here busy is adjective. So the child is happy. So happy here it is adjective. At the same time, what a charming lady. So before noun, when it talks about the noun, and it's always about adjective. So what a charming lady, it's not a verb. Don't get confused because there is ing. So here it is an adjective. So fine, congratulations, finally you won the match. So this congratulations, as we have interjection, it is, exclamation mark, it's interjection. And that's all for today in this class. Hope you learned a very useful tips, and it's just like a practice test for you. And in the next class, we will learn from 16th to 20th. That would be all about communication skills, right? Thank you so much. Keep watching.